Look, the big three, Denise, Britney, Chantel, y'all can go. Y'all can come off of the show. I am sick and tired of y'all. You're not bringing anything to the show. And this big three is just total bullshit. Like, how old are we calling ourselves the big three? And for someone as Britney, who is supposed to be, she doesn't like the drama and she acts as if she's above it all. You clearly love the drama and you clearly keep on trying to bring the drama. And I'm not understanding, what is your storyline this season? Because I am not seeing a storyline from you, or I'm not seeing a storyline from Denise. Y'all's storyline seems to be Chantel's issue with her mom, and Chantel's storyline seems to be her own mom. I'm not getting any sort of personal story from any of y'all. And it's so sad to see that you guys really take that route where you feel like to make good TV or to have a storyline this season, to be messy and trying to create friction between a mom and daughter. And it doesn't look cute. I don't know what you guys thought it was going to look like on the show, but I'm not here for it. And this whole episode was just pretty much a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. I am not proud of, especially Chantel. Like, all right. So we saw where Ming decides that she's going to host a trip to Hawaii. And she basically makes her rounds in inviting persons towards this trip. And we saw where she first asked Chantel. Chantel stated that she wasn't sure she was going because she has a court case, whatever that is. And then the other ladies obviously didn't have nothing to do, so they were willing to go. But then we saw where Denise, again, has an issue now with Evelyn because apparently Evelyn called her trying to get information from her regarding Chantel. So she has something in her back pocket to use against Jackie. And now all of a sudden, now Denise' issue with Evelyn is that now Evelyn is now voted off her island that no one cares to be a part of. So now she has this bone to pick with Evelyn. And now all of a sudden, now Brittany and also Chantel has now issues with Evelyn. Then this constant repeating of from Brittany, I guess she's trying to make fetch happen by considering them the big three. And I was right there with Brandy when she said that they're pretty much like Destiny's Child and all of them are Farah. Because big three, and then labeling Chantel the queen is here. I was like, oh my God, you guys are really trying so hard to get some camera time this season. And it's so sad that it seems to be working in terms of this is what we are talking about. Chantel, I am really disappointed in you. I am really disappointed in you. You really are impressionable. If Jackie is afraid to say it, I will say it. You're really impressionable because you came onto this platform with whatever issues you have with your mom, but I guess you tried to be cool or cordial and you kept your boundaries. But you came onto this show and let ladies who do not care for your own mom to literally fill your head and tell you stuff for you to go further ahead against your own mother. And then you're talking about her doing stuff what you're pretty much doing, where sitting down with persons who don't get along with her, don't give a fuck about her, and basically discussing stuff about your relationship with her. And if you think that you really have a relationship or a friendship with Denise and Brittany, they don't care about you. They only care about what storyline they can have for themselves for the show. And clearly they don't have a storyline. And you're so dumb enough not to fall to realize that they are pretty much using you for their own storyline. They don't give a fuck about your relationship between you and your own mom. And to be quite honest, I don't give a fuck. I don't think any one of these ladies on the show really gives a fuck about the relationship. I think the only person who will give a fuck about this relationship is if you go into a therapist's office and discuss the issues you have with your mom. Coming on a reality TV show is not a therapy session. I'm not sure why you felt like this is the best route to go where you're going to come on TV to go against your own mom because of stuff you have went through in your own childhood. And I'm not downplaying whatever it is, because to this day we can never know what this thing is. So I'm like, why are we discussing something when we don't even know what we're discussing? You have this supposed trauma from your childhood with your own mom. We don't know what the hell this trauma is because no one is saying what the trauma is. But then you're coming on a show for us, the audience, to sympathize and understand what you're going through when we don't even know what the fuck you're talking about or what you've been going through. Like, I don't see the purpose of you coming on to the show to talk negatively about your own mom. It just does not make sense to me. And it's no matter each week goes by, I'm not learning anything new when it comes on to this supposed issue you and your mom had. So maybe you need to either, as we see in the upcoming episode where she only will have the discussion with you through her television or her podcast, because I'm not understanding what is this drama or what is the issue you have with your own mom. And maybe I am missing something. I know about the previous daughter and that issues what they have, but that's their issue. I do not understand what's the issue you have with your own mom because you're not talking about it. If you're not going to talk about it, why are you coming on to a reality TV platform, especially a show that your mom has been a part of from the beginning for Basketball Wives LA, and you're not saying anything, but you're looking sympathy and you're looking to have this discussion? And it to for the dinner we saw where for whatever reason you decided you need to make an appearance because you didn't want to travel on the same plane with her. I'm sure it's not that serious. I'm sure you could have gone on the same flight and it wouldn't be that serious. But for some reason you want to make some sort of appearance or some sort of attention towards it all. So you feel like you needed to take a separate flight, you needed to enter the dinner with the two stooges, basically to say you have arrived, as if that was supposed to be like shaking the table or big some moment. And then you come at the table with this negativity that no one understands. Your own mother doesn't even understand what the issue is because you don't even talk about it. This is the first time we're seeing both of y'all in the same room, and you're coming laying off stuff that your two stooges pretty much told you that your mom said about you. And you're just not understanding what your own mom, that you claim to say that she talks so badly, she doesn't care, she doesn't whatever. She's literally trying to not have this thing play out on TV, and you're so dumb to not see that is what she's trying to do. Whether if you feel like it's fake or she's just doing it to look good, but whichever way it is, it's also benefiting you without not playing out your dirty laundry on television. And clearly you don't give a fuck because that's what you want, that dirty laundry to be played out on TV. I don't get why it is that you are so hell bent on trying to have this conversation on TV or have this as a storyline to be played out on a television show. It's just mind boggling, and I don't get it. I'm not really invested, and obviously it's going to keep on. It's like it's going to play right out until into the end of the season, and we all saw that blow up between you and your mom. And honestly, so when I saw the trailer, I was like, at first I was a bit hesitant in wanting to say I didn't want to see that happening, but honestly speaking, I don't give a fuck if your mom actually hit you. It's sad to say, because the way you have been behaving from the season has started, I really don't feel any types of way as to what may led up to. Because based on what I'm seeing leading up to, you just have a mouth on you, and you're not giving us anything. What is the issue? Then you're trying to throw Brandy into it, and basically to say that you also seeing that your mom has talking negatively about Brandy. At this point, Jackie talks negatively about everybody. I don't think anybody's even surprised anymore if they hear that Jackie has negative conversations about them off camera. It's a recurring thing that happens every season that these ladies try to bring to the show. And you come in with this bullshit. We don't care. We don't care if they talk negatively. We don't even care if they squared up outside prior to a scene. We don't care. The thing is, you are trying to make your issues that you have with your mom from the childhood, and you're not letting us the audience know what the issues are. So if you don't want to share those issues, get off the show or just stop talking about it because we're tired. Now, for Britney, you are another confused soul because 1 minute you're wearing a hijab, then the next minute is you're on social media in current day where you're no longer wearing it. And I don't know much about the religion, so I'm not going to play that she always has to wear it. But all of a sudden now you're no longer wearing it. You're no longer married to Kevin Gates. The next thing is you also started to get buck wild with Brandy for no apparent reason and start you are always doing this bark as if like persons are actually afraid of you. And I don't think Brandy's afraid of you. So I don't know when you're doing all of this heavy chats or this heavy talk. I don't know who you think you're scaring, but I don't think anybody is necessarily afraid of what you're bringing. I honestly don't. I don't think anybody's afraid, and you keep forevermore trying to get loud, and all I can feel like you're doing this for camera. You're doing this for camera. I don't think you're really that rah rah in real life. I think you're just doing this for camera, and it really shows that you're just doing this shit for camera. And it's getting old, and no one at the table, I'm sure, could understand the reason why you're behaving like this. But of course, they probably know, say, okay, you're just doing this shit for TV. Then Miss Denise, I'm happy that Evelyn's going to hand you your ass next week because you're really doing a lot. You're very messy. You look down on these ladies, and I really don't want to put it to reasons why I feel like you do. But you're very messy. You look down on these ladies, and you are always inserting yourself in someone else's drama because you don't have a storyline going for yourself. Every week you're mad at someone, and when you're asked why are you mad, it has nothing to do with you personally having an issue with the person. It's always someone else's drama and you're just mad. Yeah, but that was Basketball Wives actually. Of course nothing much happened. It was the same BS every episode each week, and I'm sure the BS is going to continue next week. But let me know, guys, in the comment section your thoughts on the whole Jackie and Chantel business of it all. Do you think Chantel is right to be on the show basically discussing her mom's issues but without really saying what those issues are? Do you also then feel like Jackie's right in not wanting to air out these as a storyline for a TV show? Or do you feel like she is wrong from escaping the conversation? She should have the conversation on camera. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on that. Remember, guys, to like the video and also subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.